coming back to school with me. We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson-Wood. I am the board game teacher. Welcome to the classroom. The other day, I was at a board gaming event, and a fellow teacher and board gaming enthusiast, Max Hansen, had asked me a question, and it has just sort of been resonating in my mind since, and thinking about how that would make a good topic for a video, and here we go. What he had asked me is, how do I incorporate board games into the classroom? And the quick response for that is that there's no easy response for that. In all seriousness, I mean, every classroom is going to be different, every teacher is different, every group of students is going to be different. So first off, know yourself, what you're comfortable with, and know your students and what they're capable of. And within the capability, I'm thinking about the ability of what can they do. Don't get games that are above their ability or below their ability. Also consider their behavior. I mean, if they're a group of kids who are not going to respect the games or use them in the way that you want them to be used, then really this, maybe the board games aren't a good fit for that class. And so when Max had asked me about how I implemented it, he asked, do I do it as part of an incentive program? You could do it as part of an incentive program. My reluctance with that is simply that if you do it as part of an incentive program, it seems like something which is not important. It's just sort of tacked on afterwards. It's an afterthought. You run the chance of having it so that some students may never get to do it because they are never caught up on the work, or they just aren't doing whatever it needs to be done in order to get time on the games, or that the games just don't get brought out because you always have more pressing things to be done. There's always something that, we need to finish this, so therefore we don't have time for the games right now. What I would suggest, where possible, and what I am aiming to do more and more in my own classroom, is find ways to incorporate the games as an integral part of the system. So, for example, during in my class we do the Daily 5 program, where we have different centers that are happening for language. Some students are writing, some students are reading, some students are working with me, but I always have one group of students who will be doing paperback. And I've modified the rules to paperback slightly to make it more conducive to being done in a Daily 5 program. So that in that way then, the students see that they have an option for a game which is literacy based, and that they can play and learn at the same time. And because it's incorporated as part of our daily program, it's always out there, and it's always in use, and it really is motivating for the students. They really look forward to those days when it's their turn to play paperback. I'm also looking at bananagrams for the same kind of idea, perhaps bringing bananagrams in, and students can have the option as to which one they're going to play. The other thing to consider is within the math programs, my whole probability unit is based on board games and the different games and different ways we can incorporate probabilities and talk about them. So we play cockroach poker, we play roll for it, and we play love letter. And then we also do another game with just a simple game with some dice, where it's sort of a push your luck kind of game. And that is it. And they play that for a while, and we discuss the strategies, we discuss then the probabilities within the strategies, and then as we play it again, we discuss the probabilities as they're occurring. And the students love it, and it's fun, and it's really applicable to be doing the games in that way. So my strong recommendation is, to look at what's out there, what kinds of skills are you trying to reinforce, and then find the games that will fit well into your classroom based on what your comfort level is, and all those other things that we've talked about before, with the number of players, the cost of the game, and the time that it takes to play it, and consider whether it's a good fit for your room. If you're maybe on the fence and thinking, well, I don't know, maybe the games will be too distracting, maybe the games aren't really going to work, consider what you would have liked when you were younger. What would have helped you? What would motivate you? I mean, there's a lot of research out there to support what I'm saying, in that the games are really going to be a very strong motivating force for students to learn. they have more fun, they're more willing. I mean, would you rather do a math worksheet or play a game? I mean, come on, let's be real here. And I mean, this game teaches exactly the same thing here. This is teaching additions, and this game can do the same exact thing. So the students can achieve the same by doing either one of those things. I think I know what I would choose. I don't think I know what I would have chosen. I know what I would choose now, and I know what students will choose. So making games as much of your regular classroom content as possible is really going to be a strong motivator for students, and it's going to enhance their learning, and also will be reducing your classroom management because the students are on task and having fun and doing what they need to do because they're having fun doing it. So that's going to wrap it up for today. If you have any other questions or comments about today's video or any other videos you've seen, if you have any ideas for things you might like to see or questions about other things about how to implement board games into your classroom, please leave me a message in the comment section below and I'll be sure to get back to you. But until then, I'm Craig Thompson-Wood, the board game teacher, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
Are you coming back to school?